What's up, everybody? Next Tuesday on September 17th, we are getting the mid-season update, the Split 2 update of Apex Legends Season 22. Of course, there's going to be a collection event. There's going to be nerfs, buffs, whatever. These are the patch notes. We're going to run through those, but before we do that, this will be linked down below if you want to check it out for yourself, but also my Twitch will be linked down below. I'll be playing the new Split next Tuesday. So if you want to come in, see any of the nerfs, buffs to legends, weapons, whatever, just hop in a chat, let me know. Or if you just want to hang out, that's always appreciated as well. But let's go ahead and run through these patch notes. While I scroll down, please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification down bell if you like this type of content and want to see it first. And down below, let me know in the comments what you think of the new Universal Heirloom, the event, the limited time mode they have in here, the changes. Let me know in the comments down below. Speaking of the new mode, there is a new mode called Knockout. It is a 60-player, 20-squad BR experience, according to them. In this intense objective-based competition, squads must capture zones and collect Evo to rack up points. The 5 lowest scoring squads are eliminated after each round, so every point counts. Enjoy infinite respawns until the high-stakes sudden death finale. After 3 rounds, the final 5 squads are redeployed for an all-out battle where only squad will emerge victorious. Will your squad be the last one standing? So essentially, it's an objective-based game until after 3 rounds, and then in the 4th round, if you're one of the final 5 squads, then it becomes more of a traditional BR. I'm guessing it'll be on a smaller map. And they're going to have knockout trials from September 17th to October 15th, cryptos trials. If you complete those, they'll be you'll unlock crypto if you don't already have it. And same thing for Watson, October 1st to October 15th. Interesting that she's only getting 2 weeks and crypto's getting pretty much a month. Then we have milestone events. This is the stuff for the collection event. That's something you can go check out for yourself, as well as the reward shop stuff. You can check that out on your own, and the store stuff. Patch notes: the gold weapon rotation for the second half of the season is going to be Mozambique, P20, both akimbo, the EVA 8, the flatline, and a scout. Let's see. Then we're going to have gameplay updates. The loot bin reset. They added a voice line, so it's more clear, even though they have a big thing. Whatever, that's not that big a deal. Reduce the spawn rate for high-value loot, backpacks, hop-ups, gold attachments. After the reset, if a loot bin is open just before the reset opens, that loot bin will be thrown out onto the ground, ensuring players can grab desirable items. That's a good change. Legendary loot bins will roll fewer gold items via smart loot when opened. I just had a game on my stream this morning where there was like 8 of them next to each other, which is the last point. And we got literally everything we could ask for. Mythic loot bins will roll large healing items more consistently. Updates to legendary are the gold loot bin spawning logic, which reduces the number of spawn gold bins and more consistently distributes them across the playable space. Like I said, there was like 8 to 12 all at the same POI. It was crazy, and we were already at that POI. It was like the last zone. It was where the last zone was too. So we didn't have that great of gold loot, and then we literally all had gold helmets, knockdown shields, backpacks, mags, hammer point, whatever. Loot ticks greatly improve the content of loot ticks. Remove white and blue rarity attachments and equipment from possible loot. Increase the chances to receive gold weapons and remove Phoenix Kit and hop-ups from possible loot. So it's just going to be purple attachments or gold weapons. Okay. Interesting. But it'll... And bats. Medkits. Weapons and loot. Havoc Rifle remove turbocharger as a hop-up. R99 damage fall off at 11 plus meters increased to 11, and they improve the recoil and the ammo for the R99. Ammo that spawns with a weapon will now always be a single brick but twice the ammo. Previously there was 70% chance to spawn 2 separate ammo bricks and a 30% chance to only spawn 1 when a weapon spawned with its corresponding ammo. We've changed this to clean up the number of items on the ground. Oh, that's not even for the armor, it's just in general. On the ground, and slightly increase the ammo economy. So that's interesting. All ammo will now... when a weapon spawns in a loot pill, will be a single brick but twice the ammo. That's actually a great change. Hop-ups reduce spawn rate of gold shield generator and remove turbocharger from loot pool. The gun shield generator is kind of broken, but the LMGs aren't as good as the ARs, so it's kind of balanced already. Ultimate accelerant increased to purple rarity, reduce the spawn rate obviously when you increase the rarity, and increase movement speed while using. That I actually really like. Alt accelerants are in a tricky spot. Their power is clear to some players being able to chain multiple ultimates in a single engagement, while other players will leave them on the ground in favor of other loot. If you're Vantage and you're not picking up alt accels, you're missing it. We want all of our players to understand the power that comes with the alt accelerant, but we also don't want to mess too much with the careful balancing act that comes with legend alt timing. This change aims to decrease the cadence in which they can be used, while also making their power more obvious and convenient to access. Legends Fuse hard cap the max radius of the scan area with his ultimate to be 450 plus 50% of the default ring and flat surface. Disallowed mortar targeting on multiple objects within the player control to prevent perfect setups. Fuse, we gave Fuse the ability to see enemies inside the mortar ring as a quality of life improvement. The scan area would scale as large as necessary to match the area of the ring. This had the unintended side effect of giving very large scan area when shot on tall objects. So, like, if you would shoot it on a jump tower, which is a trick that Fuse mains used, the ring would be huge, and you could scan inside that whole ring. I get what they're saying after you read the dev note. Our intention for the ult is to primarily be an area of effectability, not an information gathering ability. Rampart, lower delay before you can re-enter Sheila to 0.15 seconds. It was 1 second. So that's big if you're a Rampart main. Revenant, Forge Shadows, reduced shield health to 50, was 75, and activation time doubled. Okay, so it's kind of a rebalance. You nerf the health. Well, and no, it's a complete nerf because now the activation time isn't as quick either, which is good because you could be in a battle about to lose and quickly activate it. The biggest change for Legends coming in the mid-season, which I'm surprised they did this in a mid-season and not at the beginning of a season, is Valkyrie will now be a Recon Legend instead of Skirmisher. The full tank upgrade now includes a 50% reduction in refuel delay. Was to 4 seconds, was 8 seconds. Gains threat vision while jetpacking. Stays on feet until feet hit the ground. Stays on until feet hit the ground or zipline. Jetpack UI now has a refuel delay timer. More agile jetpack handling that feels similar to Valk's release. That's good. Various buffs to improve reliability and output from TAC. Move slow, stun duration increased. Missile explosion radius increased. Minimum attack range decreased. So you can't hit enemies. Oh, wait, now you can hit enemies that are closer. Max missile travel time is now 4 seconds, so they speed up the velocity of the missile. And fire rate for launching all missiles, now 25, was 18. So that sounds like a slight nerf, but still. Pretty big buffs to Valk. Upgrades, Aerial Expert has been removed. Full coverage moved to level 2. Added reduced tack cooldown. New Eyes in the Sky ignores the line of sight check on Skydive HUD scan. Increases HUD highlighting range by 40 meters. That's pretty big. So on level 2 now, you did have Aerial Expert, which is now removed. That increased the horizontal jetpack speed and acceleration. I'm guessing that's more for mobile or more agile jetpack handling. And they replaced it with full coverage that reduces the tack cooldown by 5 seconds and widens the missile swarm pattern from 4x3 to 3x5. So from 12 meters to 15 meters. I'm guessing that's the unit of measure. And that full coverage was in level 3, but now instead in level 3, they have Eyes in the Sky where enemies are revealed from further away and through walls while you're skydiving. Not going to read this long dev note, but as evac towers rose, Valk's fall from grace was no surprise. Blah, blah, blah. The maps for pubs and ranked, unfortunately, they are bringing Kings Canyon back to ranked, which means I'm going to want to play Apex less, but hopefully whatever. I wish it was World's Edge. I'd rather it be Broken Moon or Storm Point than Kings Canyon, but I'm happy to have Olympus back. Modes, Duos comes back September 17th when the mid-season starts, and it's available at least until the end of the season. They need to stop taking away duos if that's what it means available to the end of Shockwave. Just leave duos and trios and bring quads in and out sometimes, or solos, but leave duos and trios. The new mode, the knockout, we already talked about. Mixtape, we don't care that much about the map rotations. Ranked, this essentially is just saying that they are not doing Ranked Rumble because players didn't like it. It didn't work the way they wanted. So they're taking offline to rework Ranked Rumble, to rework it until they can feel that the following goals will be achieved by it. Ranked Rumble should add to the existing ranked experience, not be a substitute. Provide a way to earn bonus rewards for competing directly against other players in your tier. Provide an opportunity for meaningful competition and comparison once you've reached your skill cap. Capture some of the top Predator placement magic at every ranked tier. Create some of the best matches that Ranked has to offer by bringing more players together, and create more opportunities for us to gather and respond to feedback, which allows us to dial in the experience to be more fun and worth time and investment. Ranked Rumble will see a tentative return next season. We hope you'll continue to enjoy Shockwave's Ranked and look forward to talking about Ranked Rumble again in the near future. Very near future. I think it's fine as in its own mode, but you should not take out core Ranked. Especially for people who are like good enough to get Masters or Pred, but they need every day of the split to do it. Just people got lives, people play other games, whatever. And it sucks if you were like really close to getting into Masters or Plat or Pred or whatever, and you lose the last however many days of the season. I think Ranked Rumble should only be its own mode and should never replace Ranked, and hopefully that's kind of what they're talking about. The bug fixes, there's not too many things here. There's the legendary loop-ins will no longer spawn too near each other or in clustered groups like we were talking about earlier. I don't think there's anything else very big here. I'm just quick scanning them. Nothing really. Legends, bug fixes, crypto EMP will no longer occasionally trigger while recalling hack. Mad Maggie's passive will now trigger when hitting gun shields. Newcastle Swift Shield upgrade now works as intended. And Watson emergency power upgrade will now affect teammates and alt excels. Resolved issue with health regen in mixtape. Quality of life stuff added the ability to manage your inventory while healing and ziplining. That is so nice. I accidentally try to do it all the time, despite being almost 1,200 hours of play in. And it's so frustrating that you can't do that, but I'm super glad that they're adding that. Valkyrie, you can now cancel her attack by melee punching. E-District added assets to aid in climbing walls in certain areas. Added 2 survey beacons to the north side of the map. Electrodam spillway slope can now be traversed upwards. Ground loot and loot bin count has been increased. That's one of the biggest complaints about this map so far. Now 100 loot bins have been added to the map. Buses now have ground loot, and various buildings have had their ground loot slightly increased. Reduced the amount of possible high-tier loot spawning at the Lotus, relocated Blossom Drive's crafter to the far west side, and resolved a number of additional bugs and rat spots. I love the increase in loot. 100 loot bins is a lot. The buses now have loot. I always go in there looking for loot, and there's nothing. And they've increased ground loot in, slightly increased in various buildings. That's super great. And then graphic stuff, I'm not too worried about. So that is the patch notes for the mid-season update for Season 22 of Apex. Some nice weapon changes, some nice legend changes, some nice quality of life stuff, some E-District changes, lots of stuff. Don't forget to let me know in the comments down below what you think of the changes. I think that there's a lot of great changes here. I like seeing that Ranked Rumble is not coming back. And don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you like this type of content and want to see it from me first. And like I said, patch notes will be linked down below. Twitch is linked down below, but all my other social medias are linked down below as well. If you want to follow me or check me out anywhere else, it's always appreciated to get follows or interactions on any other platforms. But I will see you on Kings Canyon, E-District, and Olympus next week. Get frying. Have a good day.